Hey everybody, what's up? I'm trying to do as best I can, quickly as I can. But you can see right there, it says, it questions right there, NWA World Title vacated. Well, apparently, over this, I think in the past few hours, past 24 some hours, the NWA Championship, which you see here, this is actually a replica, apparently was vacated at the last match of the 7-match series, the 7 matches of hate series between Colt Cabana and Adam Pearce. Now, I'm very fortunate to say I've met Colt Cabana and taken a picture with him. And he's a fun-loving guy, there's no doubt about it. He's easygoing, he likes to have fun, he's a very positive, energetic guy. And but to read about what happened in the final match between him and Pearce, to watch the video, because somebody did take a video of it, and probably watch the official video when it's posted by WrestleZone, to hear what he had to say, and hear Adam Pearce actually be in agreement with him on it, I think kind of hopefully wakes the NWA up. Basically what happened is that for all the 6 matches, I think, before the 7th match, which was in a steel cage, but for all the other matches, the NWA had sanctioned them to be for the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. Well, apparently something happened hours before the last match. Apparently, because it was a steel cage match, and I guess it was in Australia or something, I don't know. But because it was in a steel cage or something, the NWA, for some odd reason, decided, the board of directors, for some odd reason, I don't know all the details yet, but for some odd reason decided to unsanction the match. So in other words, by unsanctioning the match, the championship was not on the line. And basically by saying the championship wasn't on the line, they basically said, hey, in the eyes of Colt Cabana and in the eyes of Adam Pearce, and I'm sure of all wrestling fans and anybody that's been in and out of the NWA and associated with them in some way, whether they're a wrestler or ladies wrestler or diva or knockout, I'm sure they're all kind of pissed off at the fact that when you hear that, when you put, Adam Pearce, if the video's still up, you'll be able to find it somewhere. I think the title of it's called After the Match Speech or something like that. But basically, I'll provide a link to some of the areas I found this in, but basically, Adam Pearce and Colt Cabana were not too happy about this. They basically put their bodies and their health on the line for the previous 6 matches. Only with that had, like I say, this championship on my shoulder on the line. And for the NWA to come out and tell them that, hey, your final match is not going to be for the title, it's unsanctioned, we're not going to sanction it. It'll still go on, but it's not going to be under our sanction. Basically I have to agree, it's kind of a slap in the face of the fans. Why would you take 2 of the top independent wrestlers of all time, well, not of all time, but in recent memory, take 2 of the top independent wrestlers in recent memory, one guy that's been in the WWE and decided to go back to the independents and basically improve on himself and make himself better and be his own person? Why would you take someone like Adam Pearce, who the WWE, TNA, and even ROH would look at and say, we want that guy? Why would you basically, as they put it, and as other people have commented but after reading about it and watching the video, why would you shit all over those 2? After they put their bodies after they've put their health on the line, after they've traveled from city to city, country to country, and competed in some of the most violent, if not brutal matches you could ever put them in, because of the due to the 7 matches of hate series. Why would you shit on them about it? I mean, if I was Colt Cabana and Adam Pearce, I would have gotten on the mic way before that event began. I said, hey, I hate to tell you this, but there ain't going to be a world title match. And then I would tell them why. I would tell them right then and there why you're not going to see a match tonight. And unless, let's say you want to put something on the line, if the promotion that has the match wants to put something on the line, then I'm not going to wrestle. And I would tell them, look, I know you people want to see this match. I know you want to see a final deciding winner, a decisive winner. You want to see somebody walk out with this championship. But because the NWA is not letting this happen, we can't have the match. But I respect Colt Cabana and Adam Pearce for this reason. And this is why when I first met Colt, I knew he was a genuine, be himself kind of person, very positive. He'll let his feelings know. He'll let people know how he feels. And, to me, like I said, he'll let people know how he feels. He'll let people know how he feels. And he'll go out. But he's big enough to say, hey, I'll go out and I'll compete. But I ain't going to be happy about it. I'll go out and I'll give my 110%, 150% of my body and my soul because I love this business. I love wrestling. But I'm not going to be happy about the damn decision. So for him and Adam Pearce to be big enough to go out there and for that match, for the time, and throughout that match, give the heart and soul, the blood, for the fans that came out every time the best of series match, every time a 7 matches of hate series match took place. It shows how much they love this business, how much they respect the fans that come out and respect them and support them and love the business. And NWA, for them to as some people say, shit on people like Colt and Adam, after all they did in those 6 previous matches with this title on the line, and say, you ain't going to be competing. You guys are going to finish up your series, but guess what? It ain't going to be for the title. That's like the biggest backstab. That's the biggest stab in the back. That's one of the that to me is one of the biggest stabs in the back and spits in the face I've ever seen. And I do agree with Colt. I do agree with him. The NWA, they need to move forward. I can understand the NWA. They probably have a goal like, hey, we want to get wrestling back in the sports sections. We want to get people like ESPN and Fox Sports to talk about our matches, talk about our events. We want to have the same treatment like the UFC gets. I can understand that. But if you want that same treatment, but if you want to achieve that goal, it's not by staying in the past. It's about moving forward. And if moving forward means you got to do things that you feel go against the grain, then so be it. But you do not. You do not spit in the face of every wrestling fan that's gone out to every one of those 7, gone out to an independent show, an independent promotion associated with you that advertised that they would be having one of the 7 levels of hate 7 level of hate series matches. You do not spit in their face. When you tell them and they hear that the final match down under in Australia was unsanctioned, you do not do that. You do not shit in their faces. You do not spit in their faces. You give them what they want. If they want to see a final match inside a steel cage for the title, you give it to them. I mean, here's the thing. We may not like what WWE does. We may not like what Ring of Honor does. We may not like what TNA does at times. But at least they never, and I mean never, shit on the fans. They never had the board of directors, storyline or not, say, oh, by the way, you guys are going to have a match, a series of matches. And and one last thing, the last match isn't going to be for the title. We're going to not sanction it. They never do that, whether you like those companies or not. Not even New Japan, IWGP or All Japan does it, or AAA or CMLL. They don't do that. WWC in Puerto Rico, they don't do that. And all I can say about this at the NWA is, when the word gets out even more so, all your associations, you'll still have promotions associated with you. But the time's going to come when each and every one of them is going to backtrack off you. They're going to start leaving you in the dust, just like ECW did, and just like WCW did, and just like TNA did. They're going to start backpedaling on you. They're going to start leaving you in the dust. And soon, very soon, NWA, you ain't going to have nobody to fall back on. You ain't going to have no promotions to fall back on. And you guys know that. And I think all the fans watching this video, they know that. So if I'm the NWA, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you would agree with this, they need to wake up. And if they want to be treated and have the same respect as, say, like the UFC, you need to do what Colt Cabana said. You need to move forward, get out of the past, move forward, focus on the future. That's what you need to do. If you want to keep this championship relevant, you guys need to do that. And if you want to know how I got into WCW when I first started noticing them, it was because of this, the NWA. That's how I got to know the likes of Sting, Flair, the Steiners, Luger. That's how I got to know them, through the NWA's association with WCW. That's how I got to know it. So if you guys want to continue surviving, you want to have a viable world champion in the future, you guys need to move forward, just like Colt said. And I'm sure anybody here that's ranted on the WWE, TNA, Ring of Honor, CZW, Combat Zone Wrestling, WWC, World Wrestling Council, AAA, CMLL, IWGP, and All Japan, I'm sure they'll all agree. I'm sure they'll all agree that if you guys want to continue, you want to keep your fan base, whatever fan base you still have alive, through the independent promotions that you are associated with, you guys need to move forward. Because what you guys did was a slap in the face to all wrestling fans that paid the hard-earned money, whether it's $20, $15, or $30, to see those 7 levels of hate matches. To talk to Adam Pearce and Colt Cabana and ask them how they were feeling before and after the event. You do not, no matter what promotion you are, do what the NWA does. You do not do that. So my honest opinion, I think the NWA needs to start waking up. And as Colt Cabana says, move forward and get out of the past. But let me know what you guys think. Off the Rope Show, British Fist, MJ Knight, any wrestling fans here, the Brad Rules, let me know what you guys think. What do you think about what happened, about that decision the NWA made? I'll provide the links down below to some of the news formed items. Let me know what you guys think. Video responses will be greatly appreciated, but let me know what you guys think, and I'll talk to you all later.